Alright, a swimmer wants to cross a river from point A to point B as shown in the figure. The distance d1 from A to C is 200 meters, the distance d2 from C to B is 150 meters, and the speed VR of the current in the river is 5 kilometers per hour. Suppose the swimmer's velocity relative to the water makes an angle of 45 degrees with the angle with the line from A to C as indicated in the figure. And then the question is, to swim directly from A to B, what speed U sub S relative to the water should the swimmer have? Alright. I do not love these symbols. As you can tell, they don't line up with ours. So I'm going to sort of rename some of them. And I'm going to say that the velocity of the water relative to the ground points that way and has magnitude 5 kilometers an hour. And then I'm going to have oops. And then we'll have the velocity of the swimmer relative to the water. And we don't know its magnitude, but we do know the angle. And then we'll have finally the velocity of the swimmer relative to the ground. Also, we don't know how much. And we don't have this angle, although we'll be able to find it. And I do that because of our equation that we've been using throughout, which says v of the swimmer with respect to the ground is v of the swimmer with respect to the water plus v of the water with respect to the ground. Pictorially, that means that if I go like this and add in the swimmer, I get the actual motion. Now the actual motion, remember, is along here. So this is the angle I called phi, and I'll be able to get it because I have a similar triangle with the guys up there. All right, I can get it. I'm not going to get it right now. So you could do some relatively complicated geometry and laws of sines and cosines. I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to say because what I wrote is true, because this equation is true, then it applies separately to each of the components. So that v of the swimmer with respect to the ground in my x direction is v of the swimmer with respect to the ground to the water in the x direction plus the velocity of the water with respect to the ground in the x direction. And then entirely like that, v of the swimmer with respect to the ground in the y direction is v of the swimmer with respect to the water in the y direction plus v of the water with respect to the ground in the y direction. And we can find all of those things. So let's start finding them. Well, we have, to get the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the water, and that's angle theta, which was given. And we want, this would really be minus Vs, well, no real minus sign there, Vs water x, and then Vs water y. And really this is minus of that because I'm doing a triangle. So for the moment, temporarily, I'm just going to call it x and y and the thing I want, and theta. Since theta is 45, we know that these two components are the same, and in fact, they're 1 over root 2 times the original. So I end up with v swimmer with respect to water x is the thing they asked us for, which they called U sub s, but I'm going to carry as v swimmer respect to the water, and then it would be cosine 45. Oh, sorry. X would be sine 45 because it's opposite, but that's 1 over root 2 times that speed, and v of the swimmer with respect to y would be v swimmer with respect to water cosine 45, which is 1 over root 2 as well. So we get something like that. Likewise, in similar sense, we can easily say the v of the water with respect to the ground in the x direction is just what they gave us, so it's just 5 kilometers an hour. And v of the water with respect to the ground in the y is, as constructed here, 0. Admittedly, the green one's going to be annoying. So now we have, let's draw that over here. We have this, and we have phi, and I want v of the swimmer with respect to ground x, and v swimmer with respect to ground y over here. And I can say that, for instance, the v of the swimmer with respect to ground in the x direction is the v of the swimmer with respect to ground times the sine of phi. But the sine of phi, well, I can find that out, right? And I'll find that out by using the similar triangle. So let's go this way to this way. This is phi. I'm going to call that L. This was 150. This was 200. Oh, that would be bad. Had that backwards. 200 down here, 150 up here. All right, and then we can say that, of course, L is the square root of 200 squared plus 150 squared, which is, should have seen it, it's 250 because that's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Well, that's a little frustrating to note late, but okay. Then the sine of phi, remember this is phi, is 150 over 250, or 0.6. And the cosine of phi is 200 over 250, which is 4 over 5, or 0.8. So now we have that the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground in the x direction is the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground times 0.6, and the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground in the y direction is the speed of the swimmer times 0.8. Just to remind you where we're coming from, the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground in the x direction is the speed of the swimmer with respect to the water in the x plus the speed of the water with respect to the ground in the x, and likewise the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground in the y is the sum of these two in the y. Nothing new in this at all. I'm just capturing a thing we had written earlier, but it's way up on the page. But now we can start putting stuff in. So we can start saying that 0.6 times the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground is equal to 1 over root 2, whoops, different color, 1 over root 2 velocity of speed with respect to the water. And then we have to remember put in a minus sign because it's going the other way. And then we add in the speed of the river, which was just 5 kilometers an hour. I'm going to suppress the units just for ease of writing right here, but all our velocities will now be in kilometers per hour. And then likewise, 0.8 velocity of speed with respect to the ground is just 1 over root 2 velocity of the swimmer with respect to the water. Just to separate these out. So now what we have here is a system of two equations and two unknowns, and we have lots of ways we can solve it. The most traditional way to solve it, according to math, usually would be to just do some substitution stuff, right? Solve for VSG, put it in here, and solve around. I'm going to do it graphically using Desmos, where I'm going to identify that my x is the speed of the guy with respect to the water, and that my y is the speed with respect to the ground, and then I have a system that says 0.6 y equals minus 1 over root 2 x plus 5, and 0.8 y equals 1 over root 2 x, and I could go from there. Throwing that system into Desmos, we end up with the graph shown here, where this is the top equation and this is the bottom equation. They intersect at this point, so the intersection speed, what we really want is that one. So we see that the speed of the swimmer relative to the water is 4.041 kilometers an hour, which is what astrophysics is looking for.